Welcome to the Daily Line at BetRepublic.com. The madness is in full gear. I'm Jarvis Symes, your host. With me is Greg Dempson, and we are looking at a really solid day for you so far, Greg. How did your record turn out for you in the first day?
Well, yesterday we were 2-0-1, although I did get some texts and some emails on San Diego State. A lot of people had 3.5 or +4 there, Jarvis. So 2-0-1 is what we're going to grade it at the site because we gave them out a +3 or better. But a lot of guys did go 3-0. Then this morning we had a winner with Cornell. They were a 4-point dog. They won straight up quite handily. And we have Siena as a live play, and they're losing. They came out of the gate in the second half, and I think Purdue was on a 10-0 run.
Looking a little bit flat against Purdue the last time we checked. The day one dogs were barking. We had 11-5 against the spread for underdogs, and that's why part of your success was, Greg. You were looking at underdogs with small lines that you thought had a good chance of winning the game straight up, and it obviously worked out for you.
It worked out, yeah. I think the big surprise yesterday, Jarvis, was Ohio U beating Georgetown. I mean, that was an amazing upset of the group. Here's something. You take these teams that won straight up yesterday as dogs. Ohio U, St. Mary's, Wake Forest, Old Dominion, Northern Iowa, Murray State, and the Washington Huskies. And in the next round, the Cinderella slipper falls off, Jarvis. Our recent form is showing the last 2 years, if you upset somebody in the first round, in the second round, you're 4-11 against the spread.
So teams that were dogs that upset in the first round are 4-11 in round two against the spread.
The last 2 years, that's correct.
The last 2 years. Solid numbers, you guys. Come into BetRepublic.com. Greg Dempson is posting all of his stats and systems up in the stadium sections under NCAA basketball betting. Let's go to Gonzaga, Florida State. Florida State laying 1.5. Totals 132. This is a play that Greg has given out as part of his original six-pack. It was up on the site Wednesday, Thursday, and this morning as well. And, Greg, we're just going to recap of what you think about this game.
Well, I like the over in this game, Jarvis. Florida State play pretty good defense. I think Gonzaga can get after this. I'd like a close game, so hopefully if we're getting tight to the score, fouls will help us at the end. When playing on a neutral site, Gonzaga is 15-2 to the over, Jarvis, in neutral site games, when the over-under is between 130 and 139.5 points. So it's at 132, so that fits nicely. Also, there's another angle here that's really nice. It's 2-0 this season already in the March Madness tourney. It's 22-4 to the over. That's a very nice record, Jarvis. And also an 8-9 play. They were both over yesterday. Going back, recent form has shown that when 8 plays 9, 68% of the time the games go over the total. So we do have an official selection on this play. This will be the 6th game out of the 6-pack for the first weekend. We like Gonzaga and Florida State to play over 132 points.
So a lot of nice angles pointing at the over 132 for Gonzaga and Florida State. Hope that one hits, Greg. I've got one unit on all 6 of the originals, so we're already sitting there looking at a good picture anyway. Yep. Let's go to the NBA. There's a huge card tonight in the NBA. It's going to be a basketball lover's dream this weekend, and we've got Golden State playing on the road in San Antonio. Spurs are laying double digits, 11.5, totals 221. Greg's got a nice system to talk about in this game.
Yeah, this is one of those real ugly systems. I don't think I've made a play on Golden State all year. I'd have to go back into my logs and have a look. But if you play against a home favorite in this spot, and they're a good three-point shooting team, and they're an average rebounding team, and they're playing against a team that can't defend the three, and they're horrible in rebounding, and that applies to Golden State. By playing against the good team and playing on the bad team, 34-8, Jarvis, 81% going back to 1996. And the average line in the 42 games was minus 10.2. So you're looking at a line here that's 11.5 points, right around close to what the average point spread number has been for this. So 34 times out of 42, 81% of the time, the underdog has covered the game in this spot. Also, Duncan, he only had 1 bucket in his last game. He's averaging 12.5 points per game his last 8 games and shooting only 40.6%. So he's been in a slump. I show the Spurs winning by about 6 points in this game tonight. I didn't have enough time due to March Madness to handicap the game completely, though. So just a top opinion on Golden State plus 12 points.
Backed by an 81% system, plus some of the stats you've given us, it's at least a leadoff for anyone who's looking at betting that game on the right foot. Strong numbers, Greg. Thank you, as always, for that. So we've got one play officially in pocket. Recap that for us.
We have an official selection tonight. It goes at 7:10 Eastern Time. It's Florida State and Gonzaga to play over 132 points.
And you can get an update on all of the NCAA betting action at betrepublic.com. Check out the pubs. Check out the stadium sections. Greg's got info there. I'm sure he'll be posting stuff up throughout the weekend when plays are live, and all of his numbers are also posted in the stadiums if you want to make some notes. That is it for the Daily Line today. Thank you for joining us at betrepublic.com. As always, I'm Jarvis Symes.
And I'm Greg Dempson.
Good luck tonight.